Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening and a warm welcome I bid to our respected principal of Melati Residential College, University Technology Mara, Associate Professor Dr. Azam Adnan, Mr. Amirahuddin Jamaluddin, Head of College Resident Staff of Melati Residential College, all College Resident Staff of Melati Residential College, Ms. Nur Adila binti Muhammad Yunus, our Head of Program for today, and to all of our respected guests, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Learning Through Pandemic Global Students View 2.0 program. First of all, let me introduce myself first. My name is Siti Shahira binti Siddiq, student of Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science from University Technology Mara. I am also part of College Representative Committee of Melati Residential College. I am glad to be given the opportunity to be the moderator for today. To all viewers from Melati TV Official, thank you for taking your time to be with us today. Our topic for today's forum is the shift of learning system during this pandemic. Due to the spread of COVID-19, most educational institutions are shifting to online learning. As university students, we are greatly affected by this situation. Therefore, the implementation of new learning system is needed. With the aid of modern technology, an online learning system is currently conducted all over the world. The sudden shift on learning system has a lot of advantages and disadvantages to everyone in education sector. Therefore, we are here to discuss on how online learning has affected students and also listen to other students' perspective from other countries. Besides, we can also take this opportunity to discover how online learning system is conducted in other countries. Before we proceed with our discussion, I am pleased to invite our beloved Head of Program, Ms. Nur Adila binti Muhammad Yunus, to deliver her opening speech.
Thank you to our charming moderator for today, Shahira. Hello and hi to our guests of honor, the panelists for today who came from Egypt, Turkey, United Kingdom and Malaysia, to our respected principal of Melati Residential College, University Technology Mara, Associate Professor Dr. Noor Aizam binti Adnan, Mr. Amirahuddin Jamaluddin, the Head of College Resident Staff of Melati Residential College, all College Resident Staff of Melati Residential College, College Representative Committee of Melati Residential College, and to all the participants and viewers that participate in today's online forum through our Melati TV official YouTube channel. First of all, I would like to thank to the panel today, Ms. Hafzan from Egypt, Ms. Shuhada from Turkey, Enya Williams from United Kingdom, and Ms. Farisha from Malaysia for participating in this Learning Through Pandemic Global Students View 2.0 program. It is a great pleasure to get to know all of you through this program. My name is Nur Adila binti Muhammad Yunus, the Head of Program for Learning Through Pandemic Global Students View 2.0 program, and also the ESCO of International and Foreign Affairs Student Council of Melati Residential College. It would not be complete without the participation of the viewers who are currently viewing this program through our official YouTube channel, Melati TV Official. As head of this program, I am overjoyed with the overwhelming support from everyone. As all of us are aware, pandemic COVID-19 has affected educational system worldwide, which there is the transition from physical to the online distance learning. This transition in education system brings great impact to most of the students. Thus, this program purpose is to know the thoughts and views from the students in different countries, which it may help and give the ideas to other students in managing their studies during this pandemic COVID-19. For your information, this program also has been conducted last week on 12th of December 2020 for Learning Through Pandemic Global Students View program with panel from Indonesia, Japan, Brunei and Australia. It is a great pleasure to have the panel for both sessions in joining this program. I hope this program could benefit to all of us here and could open our eyes towards the education system in other countries. It may help us to improve our system in many ways. With this, I end my speech with a big thanks to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Nur Adila, for the warm and welcoming message. Now, I would like to call upon our Associate Professor, Dr. Azab Adnan, the Principal of Melati Residential College, to say a few words.
Okay, thank you to our moderator for tonight, Ms. Shahira. Hello and hi everyone. To all our panel for today, Ms. Nur Shuhada from Turkey, Ms. Hafan from Egypt, Ms. Enya from United Kingdom, Ms. Nur Farisha, representative from Melati Residential College, Mr. Amirahuddin Jamaluddin, the head of college resident staff and all college resident staff of Melati Residential College, Ms. Noor Adila binti Muhammad Yunus, the Head of Program for Learning Through Pandemic Global Student View 2.0, College Representative Committee of Melati Residential College, and all to viewers at Melati TV official YouTube channel. First of all, I am very delighted to be here in this Learning Through Pandemic Global Student View 2.0. My name, as introduced by the Miss Moderator today, is Associate Professor Dr. Nur Aiza Mehdi Adnan, the Principal of Melati Residential College. Thank you to our panel for today from Turkey, Egypt, United Kingdom and Malaysia to be part of Learning Through Pandemic Global Student View 2.0 today. This program is conducted under the ESCO of International and Foreign Affairs of Melati Residential College with the advice from Mr. Mustaqim bin Hashim as the advisor of International and Foreign Affairs of Melati Residential College. College Representative Committee of Melati Residential College have taken the initiative to conduct Learning Through Pandemic Global Student View 2.0 online forum as to take a closer look based on the exchange information by the panel from different countries and universities to deal with the pandemic to stay safe and at the same time to adapt with the new learning system. Ladies and gentlemen, besides sharing different thoughts and opinions on the learning and education of the students while dealing with the pandemic, gaining new knowledge about other countries is also important. Therefore, this program could also strengthen the bond or networking between the student of Melati Resident College with the student from foreign university. In my opinion, learning is an ongoing process and there is no end to it. There is always room for more knowledge and improvement. Thank you again to everyone for being here for this Learning Through Pandemic Global Student View 2.0 program. With that being said, I will end my speech here and my last word for all, stay safe everyone. Hope we can endure this pandemic COVID and hopefully for the next year we will have better years. With that, thank you very much and I pass over to the Miss Moderator. Bye everyone.
Thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Nur Aizam Adnan, for your kind words. I know all of you are so excited to get inspired by our panel members for today. But before that, let me share with you the first keyword for tonight. The first keyword for tonight is global. I repeat, global. For Melati Residential College students, you are not required to put your student ID in the live chat box. You just need to fill in the attendance form with keywords. Other viewers can also fill in the attendance form and please take note for the keywords. I will announce 3 keywords throughout this program. The attendance form link is in the description box below. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to all of you our panels for today. I believe most of them have a lot of experience and opinions to share with us tonight. The first panel is Ms. Farisha Aquila. She is the president of College Representative Committee of Melati Residential College. Besides, she is also one of the members in Malaysian Youth Parliament. She is majoring in law and currently in her 4th semester. Hi, Ms. Farisha. Hi, Ms. Farisha. How are you feeling today?
Hi, Miss Moderator. Thank you for inviting me tonight.
You're welcome. Next is Miss Wan Hausan Putri as the representative from Egypt. She is a student of medicine and surgery from University Al Azhar. She is currently the deputy president of Malaysian Heart Sciences Students Association in Egypt. Hi, Miss Wan Hausan. How are you feeling today?
Hi,
Hi.
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, you're welcome, Miss Hafsan. Next, followed by Miss Enya Williams. She is representing the United Kingdom from University of Manchester. She is majoring in mechatronics engineering. Hello, Miss Enya. How are you feeling for today?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And lastly, I would like to invite our panel from Turkey, Miss Nur Shahada from Istanbul Sabahattin Zaim University. She is a PhD student majoring in Islamic economics and finance. Hi, Miss Shahada, welcome. I hope you are feeling good over there.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Thank you. How are
Thank
you?
you. Yeah, I'm feeling good too today. Thank you. It is such a great honor for us to have all of you as our panel members for today. To all viewers in Melati TV official YouTube channel, we will have a Q&A session at the end of this program. So, if you have any question, feel free to drop it in the live chat box. Now, let's start with the first round of our forum. I would like to ask the first question to our panel from Malaysia, Miss Farisha. Ms. Farisha, can you share some information about COVID-19 pandemic in Malaysia that has affected our daily routines? And as this pandemic never happened in Malaysia before, can you share your experience about this pandemic? Please welcome Ms. Farisha.
Thank you, Ms. Moderator. Can you hear?
Your voice, I
Okay.
can't really hear
So,
your
hi
voice.
everyone and Assalamualaikum.
Okay.
Good evening. Thank you, Ms. Moderator, for the questions. As we know that in March 2020, the entire world has been affected by the coronavirus pandemic, which in the last 7 or 8 months we have all been staying at home, wearing a mask whenever we are in publics, and also trying to stay at least 6 feet away from other people in order to protect ourselves and the entire community. It has not been easy for everyone, and I'm sure that everyone having a same problem just like me. It was because the pandemic has occurred at a very unprecedented rate, which because of that fear of that current globalizations that we are facing right now. So here, in this past of 8 months, we know that
Bit of, I'm sorry, Miss Farisha, I'm sorry, but I think there is a little bit technical problem with your mic, and maybe if you could fix it, we will proceed with the next panel first. For in time when you in the for the time being, well, while you are fixing your microphone. So we move on to the next panel from Egypt, Miss Hafzan. Ms. Hafzan, can you share with us about the current cases of COVID-19 in Egypt and how it has affected people as well as the university students in the country?
Okay, thank you to the moderator of the program today, Ms. Shahira. Good afternoon and good evening to the all. For those in Egypt, good afternoon, and for those in maybe in Malaysia, good evening, and all the members of the floor. Okay, the honorable principal. Thank you for the honorable principal of Melati, Melati College, Dr. Nur Aizam, head of college, head of program, Miss Adila, which is very nice, and also all the representative of the College Melati. And we are having also, we are having um, president of the representative of the Melati College, which is Miss Farisha Aquila, and also all of the member of the flow. And for me, it's also great pleasure for having all of you guys, which is from many countries, and we will having a share. Before I start, can I ask Miss Shahira, and do you hear my voice? Is it clear?
Yeah, I can hear you, but just now it's stuck. Your voice is stuck a little bit, but it's getting better.
Okay. Okay, we pray for Allah for ease our journey today. Okay, so let's begin. I've asked about the current situation of COVID-19 in Egypt. Okay, so briefly I will explain. So now the total case in Egypt is 124,000. Um, recovered case is 106,000, and the death is 7,000 respectively. Okay, so there's a slight difference between the recovered cases and the total cases of COVID-19 in Egypt. So the conclusion that I can make here is the healthcare of the Egypt is managed to control the number of deaths in Egypt itself. Alhamdulillah. And as any other developing country, um, Egypt doesn't stop its industrial activity, and it is continue as usual. Okay, and the latest news is Egypt was having cooperation with United Arab Emirates for COVID-19 vaccine, in how the UAE was produced the vaccine. So there will be the producing of the vaccine in Egypt, which is will be produced by Vaxira, which is Egyptian holding company for biological and vaccine. Okay, and also the effect of the COVID-19 toward the people in Egypt itself is the unemployment rate um, is went down. The employment rate is went high at the first peak um, of the COVID-19, which is within the April to June, um, in 9.3%. It is the unemployment rate. So many of people in Egypt is unemployment at the moment. And for the last 3 months, the recovery phase of Egypt itself, and the unemployment rate is went down to the 7.3%. So Alhamdulillah, um, it's much getting better. And for your information also, the number of cases in December is rising from, it is just stable between August to the November, like 100 something, 100 something to 300, 100 something per day, 100 something cases per day. But as we can observe in December, the cases was rising to the 500s per day. So it is quite scared, but we will proceed or continue our life, but we have to follow the SOP, the standard operating procedure for the COVID-19. Okay, so how it affecting student. Okay, first at the first peak of the COVID-19 itself, student or the student, you are not allowed to go to the university. You are not allowed to go to the classes. We're not able to attend the classes lecture, but we still have the final exam at this moment. So the university take a good initiative to make online classes for all of the students. But as we know, the online classes have the pros and cons. But we will proceed the examination at the moment. Some batch will do the examination, was taking the examination by online, and also some batch was taking examination physically at the university, at faculty. And also that's about the studies. And the most important is at the peak of the moment, I think most of students of the Malaysia was going back to Malaysia. Maybe, of course, at the moment, it is a very difficult moment. The family was very scared for their children at the Egypt, and the cases was like 2,000 per day in um, May to July. So it's very difficult phase all of us. And some of students decided to go back to the Malaysia, and some of students choose to stay here. And I one of the student which is stay here, but we leave. We continue the life as usual, but we cannot go out because there is a restrictive movement order from the government itself. So the life is only in the house, like that. Okay, that was some things that I can share about how COVID-19 affecting our life as a student and also our life as a human itself. Okay, that's all. I hope it's answered. I hope.
Thank you, Ms. Hafsan. So, first of all, I would like to say good afternoon to those who are watching from Egypt. And to Ms. Hafsan, it's good to hear that the healthcare system in Egypt is still managed to control all of the cases of COVID-19 in Egypt. And like you, we are also here going through the online classes program. I think we are facing the same situation over here. We also going through online learning and also have our final exam. And I hope that all of us will be doing great towards this semester. And also, since the cases is a little bit rising in Egypt, I hope that you and your friends will stay safe over there.
Thank you.
Now, let's go back to Miss Farisha. And to Ms. Farisha, can you share some information about COVID-19 pandemic in Malaysia that has affected our daily routine? And as this pandemic never happened in Malaysia before, can you share your experience about this pandemic?
Thank you, Ms. Moderator. First of all, I would like to apologize for the technical issue before. As we can see that the total case of active case in Malaysia is like 15,294, and the total rates of the recovered cases were 82%, 82.9%. As the case keep on rising, but Alhamdulillah in Malaysia, we have a total rate recovered at very high. As the pandemic has been hitting on us since March 2020, as we can see, the coronavirus pandemic has altering all individual life, which we cannot travel locally or even internationally, and we may not be able to eat in a restaurant as the condition is not convenient to eat like as much like we are wearing our mask. As such, the service sector, especially before in March 2020, we can see that especially the travel related industries, restaurant, hotels, and also tourist attraction, it is seriously hurting real bad. Where we can see more than that, the pandemic has been changing our social and also our work life more completed in ways, especially the ways that we communicate in light of development in format of informations of technology and also the communications, as the entire world has completely changed when the coronavirus pandemic hitting on us, and we are staying at home. I'm also staying at home for the last 7 months. Whenever we are going to public, we need to wear our mask. If not, we are going to compound for our M1K and trying to stay at least 6 feet away from other people's whenever we are in a public.
This has not been easy for everyone and including for me just because the pandemic has been occurred at very unprecedented rate that it caused a fear to the current generation that are facing the problem, especially in the condition that we have no vaccine yet. But as we know, the fact that the vaccine will be introduced in earlier half of the year next year. So we hope that the vaccine will helping all the people that need it to use it. Like my experience during the pandemic COVID-19, as we know that it was my first time being the president of College Melati. And so far, before everything was going great at first, I attended all program being busy with all the meeting, had all planned for activities and college. The plan was even me and my team plan to go to Russia for next year, which is in 2021. And even at that time, we are trying really hard to collect all the money through the uh, business and something that me and my team, which is the team Kusanan, which we try to collect all the money to go to Russia for our international program, which conducted by Miss Adila, our head of program. At that time, we are very busy with our program. Eventually, when the coronavirus pandemic hitting on us, on around the world, kind of interrupted all the activities and also the plan uh, that we are trying to do, which I went to almost go to, yeah, we still need to attend all the program, but because of the pandemic, we try to do the online program more and more for all the benefits for the members, for the all the college Melati members. In the middle of April, I think everyone is started using an online class as a tool for facing the current pandemic that happening in Malaysia. At that time, we are starting back our online lectures and tutor and even doing our tests and online quiz during over the online platform, which in Malaysia in UiTM almost using a Google Meet and also Zoom. And yeah, it kind of hard at first for me. As for the long student, we need to speak a lot. Eventually in this sem, I have a meeting and the meeting required me to speak in front of the judges. So it kind of very hard for me when occurring the pandemic itself during this time. I hope that this pandemic will end soon because yeah, some of the experiences there is no social gathering and no going out with friends anymore as you can't do anything so comfortably like before and can't really expose yourself to the fresh environments and even working out at home very comfortable like before and discover such a new activities. And what I had to in all this past month is like gaining weight, and I know that this occurred summer problem to all the women which we are staying at home and gain some weight. I hope that I answers this question to this moderator.
Thank you, Ms. Farisha, for your kind explanation. As a Malaysian myself, I really hope that our situation of COVID-19 in Malaysia will get better soon. And to everyone who is watching this, please follow all the SOPs as mentioned as Miss Farisha just now. And as for our plan to go to Russia, yeah, I hope that it is unfortunate that we have to postpone that plan, but I hope that a better days will come for us to do the plan again. So I move on to Miss Enya. To Miss Enya, as we know, UK is also hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. Can you share a little bit about COVID-19 pandemic in your country? How does it impact the citizens in UK and is there any preventive measures taken by the government for the country?
So, thank you for having me, by the way. At the moment, cases are still fairly high. We're at about kind of 20,000 cases, which is quite high. However, I think the hospitals and everything are getting a lot more equipped with dealing with this, so it's not so much of a problem anymore. At the moment, we have a tier system, which is tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So if you're in tier 3, which is the highest tier, you you have to stay at home really, and shops are open now, but that's all you can do. If you're in tier 2, like pubs and restaurants are open for limited amounts of time, and you can meet up with like one person outside your household, outside, because it spreads less outside. And if you're in tier 1, it's just you're encouraged to work from home, but everything's open and really great. Yeah, so I think it's getting better. We've started rolling out the vaccine, which is brilliant, and it's going really well. So yeah, and in terms of my experiences, I've only just gone into uni, so it's quite new to me because I'm only a first year, and I found it quite hard, quite scary, but I'm really enjoying it. I think I've acclimatized well to university life. The online teaching is strange, but it's interesting and it's really fun. I think it's more flexible, which is nice. I do miss seeing my friends a lot, but I mean, it will get better, and we talk through Zoom and alternative methods, which is nice. I'm sorry. Yes, gyms can't yet open, but that might happen soon. Sorry, I hope that answered your question.
It's okay, Miss Enya. It's just glad that you say that you enjoy online learning because it is flexible. Because me myself, I also enjoy online distance learning because it is flexible for me to study when I have time, when I am prepared to study, and everything is conducive for me to study. It's good to hear that you are enjoying your online learning distance. And to Ms. Shuhadar, our panel from Turkey, can you share the current status of COVID-19 in Turkey and how does it affect people and students in the country? Is there any preventive measures implemented by the government towards the country rising cases?
Assalamualaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone. You can call me Shuhada or Noor, but normally Turkish call me Noor. Hello to fellow from Manchester, UK, Enya, and Cairo, Egypt, Hafzan Putri, who are staying at red countries as me. I pray that both of you doing well. First of all, thank you to UiTM, especially the representative of College Melati, Adila, Shahira, Farisha, and friends who managed this amazing work. I heard that Melati is the best college in UiTM Shah Alam. Congratulations. Luckily, I have met your principal, Prof. Aiza, Mr. Rahim and wife, Mr. Mus, Mr. Zahir, and your senior Insha and her friends in Turkey. I managed to give them opportunities to see and meet Fatih University, the staff and student, and also my university, Istanbul Sabatin Zaim, or we call it IZU. Because I work there as foreign research assistant and PhD student there, so I'm quite close with rector, so they managed to meet some staff over there. So I accompanied them to roam around Istanbul and Bursa before Corona in end of January to beginning of February this year. So Alhamdulillah, everything went well. Everyone enjoy, and I can see they keep posting pictures in Turkey until now on IG. So I hope that everyone is well. Then see here, I want to talk nice thing first before we talk about serious thing in Turkey. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen now?
Not yet.
Wait a while. Yeah, this is yes. See this picture of us with the director of for MOU signature and our joy together. And here's some memories with Melati Senior. Well, I brought them to see how is ISU. So this is our library. And then yes, I brought them to library. So this is your senior and your professor there, Mr. Moose, Mr. Zahir, and yes, this is your hero, Melati hero. This is our university green backyard. This is Cat Lee, the guardian of Hagia Sophia. The cat just died. That's the picture before it changed to be moss, and here is the after. The last picture with our friends taken from outside of Hagia Sophia. Now it's free to enter. We went to Bursa together. We stopped by at this green area. There are another some amazing areas like Cappadocia, Antalya, Rize that we can go with Junior of Melati if you like to come again with Prof. Aizam after Corona. So thank you for inviting me. I will always support you. Okay, Shaira. So now we can talk about a serious matter about how is the status of COVID-19. I can say that now not many Malaysian in my university, majority Malaysian student, youngster aged 25 and below returned to Malaysia by personal flight Air Asia. It was great effort from Malaysia Embassy in Turkey and the president of Malaysian Student Association in Turkey. During the time it was Izzah. She was asking media as Astro to spread the info about helping us to return to Malaysia. So thanks to Malaysian Embassy in Turkey, Mr. Arhan, Asia and government because helping our community. Those who stay as me, there is a donation from Embassy Malaysian who married Turkish and working here. I got once or twice a week free Malaysian cuisine food. Alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful for that. And then that picture, that was picture of Brother Hazimin who is working here. He always distribute food for us, donation by some people as I mentioned earlier. The receiver from the picture is a Malaysia student. Irfan, the left one, also studying in ISU. Maybe he also watching now. He is a bachelor in Islamic Economic and Finance, and the man with kind plakat and kopiah. His name is Shakir from Fateh University. I don't know how he can manage to go out like that during COVID. Maybe he used to it. And then from the map, you can see the red means red area of COVID-19. I'm staying in the red area of COVID-19 because it is tourist area near to Sultan Ahmad and Hagia Sophia. So Ankara, Konya, Izmir also red areas. However, it's still safe if we just stay at home and listen to government guide. There is a Malaysian community nearby. I always get info from them. According to the data here that I share now, since March 2019, the COVID-19 case is increasing day by day. And in December recently, the report shown that 30,000 plus per day people got infection. So on 1st December, the policy of government has changed. President Rogan has spoken of new restriction. We now have curfew, weekday curfew from 9 p.m. to 5 p.m. Every weekday, and weekend curfew from 9 p.m. Friday, Saturday, continue to start Saturday, Sunday until 5 a.m. Monday. So in my university, of course, Turkish return to their hometown, and foreigners, some stay, some left to their home country. We use Steam application. Here I show you some example. I still remember my offline class with rector was on Friday, 28th February. That was the first time we in the class heard that one Turkish got infected in Turkey. So ISU management helped us by choosing this application. It helps us a lot to complete the remaining semester. Okay, Shaira? Shaira?
Okay, Shahada. Yeah, thank you so much
Yes.
for your explanation. You shared us the photo of our previous college representative committee, and I believe that all of them are actually having fun over there because
Yes.
until today they still tell us about their experiences when they go to Turkey. last semester. I believe that most of them are actually watching us from Melati TV official YouTube channel. As
Yes.
I see that the cases of COVID-19 is in Turkey is rising. So I hope that you are staying safe over there. And as the platform that you are using is Microsoft Teams, I actually use it myself too here, and I personally found that Microsoft Teams is the most convenient platform for me because I think it is all the layouts and all the settings in Microsoft Teams really is easy for me to learn to learn all of the subjects. Next, let's move on to the second round of our forum. Let's start our second round with Miss Farisha. Can you share with us how do you handle the sudden exchange from physical learning to the new learning system? And what are the initiatives that you and other students have taken to help you in your study?
Thank you, moderator, for the questions. In my opinion, I would say that it was quite hard to adapt with a new norm, but it was a compulsory for all students to study through online distance learning. A fast action must be taken. Furthermore, studying at home is not the same for every student, and we know that everyone has their own struggle, and it's important to become understanding to each other during this pandemic as a student and also a daughter. I'm handling it quite okay, I guess, despite few issue arose in between my studies, my housework, and also my duty as a president of the college. But this can be resolved by mutual understanding between yourself and even your parents and also your teamwork. It is important to highlight that your struggle to your lecturers and parents in order for them to help you in a way that they could. Firstly, I take an initiative taken to improve my study performance by doing a list to do for at least a week. This is important list to do so that you won't postpone the work eventually, can finish your assignment earlier and have an ample of time to recheck before submitting to your lecturers. I believe by doing this thing by a bit is better than doing it just in one day while in rush and without having enough time to recheck your housework and even your assignments submitted by your teamwork. As I'm always do that, I'm always printed one that have a checklist for every week. I make a checklist for what I need to do for that week, which is study or even submitted and recorded a video for my online learning. So secondly, I did a list of assignment, which is this is an important thing to do, especially for a student for you to keep a track for all your assignment and won't do everything in the last minute. Believe me, you don't like to do a thing for last minute assignment because in the end of the day, you will say, oh yeah, I'm doomed because of my assignment have not been finished and I have a lot of things to do. And this is a thing that I don't like at all. If I encounter with these kinds of people which are submitting a late assignment report, this would eventually raise your mark and even your teammate mark. And it can be affected your pointer, as we know in UiTM, because of the online distance learning. We all the lecturers have been taken 60% for all the coursework and only 40% for the final year assessment. In these situations, what I like to do if I list everything that I need to do for the assignment, whether I need to record the video or even doing a research for my final paper. And this semester I had a legal research for methodology, and it have a lot of things to do. So plan your work very very carefully. And thirdly, the third thing that I do is take a time to have some rest. Even though you are student, you are given a lot of assignment, you have a lot of class at the same time, but you need to remember you have to rest. You need to have a simple gift to yourself because it is must. It can be done by watching a short movie or even taking a nap and also eat a food that you love. Emotionally, this will improve your mood to study even better because I love to eat and I love to eat dessert. So I always ask my friend whenever whenever I stress about my homework and I stress about my online classes and even my program, I always ask my friend, oh, let's go to eat. I want this dessert and etc. So it made me like I'm giving myself a gift for having a stress day for the online classes. And the last thing that I could give as a tip is you need to have a positive procrastination. Well, someday and sometimes things might not work accordingly between what we want and between what we don't want. Hence, you can't procrastinate the thing, but make it in a positive way. As an example, if you didn't do anything and didn't have any progress during the day, you have to replace and continue it during the night. Like I'm currently having this time, it's very tiring to do things at morning and even evening because my class is very packed and full. So I stay up lately. Nightly and do all my classwork at night. So in between at the time, you still procrastinated your homework, but still doing in your work, but in a different time that you set. Even yeah, it's not healthy for you to stay out until late of night. So that's all the tip that I can give you. Thank you, Miss Moderator.
Thank you, Miss Farisha, for the tips. The tips are to do list of assignment, take a rest, and be positive. I think the most important thing that we need to highlight here is take a rest. Please don't push ourselves too much. Make time for ourselves and be sure that we are not too stressed to study. And if you need help, please reach out for your friends or family. Next, for Miss Hafsan, I would like to ask Miss Hafsan, since you are a medical student majoring in medicine and surgery in University Al Azhar, may I know how do you have your online classes and how do lab classes are conducted in order for the medical students to perform well, especially for practical subjects?
Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, so I've been asked about the how do I manage the online distance learning, and actually how the Al Azhar University um, make the online classes. Okay, as for me, for the fourth year student of the Faculty Medicine of Al Azhar University, we have divided into two. Uh, the practical session and practical part and the theory part. Okay. So same, just Malaysian student and also Malaysian student at Malaysia, Malaysian student and all of the student entire the world. We learn through the Microsoft team also, like the Miss Moderator just now. And I want to add it. I want to add one point about the Microsoft team. I thought it is used less internet, which is a good thing for me. 1 hour, we just need 500 MB only for internet. So it is very good for us as a student, which is no income for support our life. It's just from um, father and mother. Okay. Okay. So what is my perspective or what I think about online distance learning? Okay. For online distance learning, for me, it is a good way of learning because it's less stressing. Um, we don't um, we don't need to go to the university at earlier time. Can have our time at the early of the morning for me time, and we can repeat all the recording as if we don't understand we can repeat as much as we can, as much as we want, until we understand. Even it is just 20 minutes recording, but if we don't understand we can repeat it. Okay, that's a good thing. And we can choose our place to learn. We can choose our uh, the most comfortable space of us to study, to enter the lecture. Okay, so there's some tips or maybe tips for me also, and for all of the members of the floor. Okay, first, find the most comfortable place or make your study corner as the good place for you to enter the lecture. It's very important because it is affected, it's an external factor that will affect you. Okay, first. Second, be ready 10 minutes or 15 minutes before the class start. Okay, so that you will not rushing. You are ready with your pen, the notebook, the book, the syllabus that the doctor will teach you. Okay, the second, the third, always interact with the doctor. Okay, doctor will always ask the student, do you understand? Do you understand, girl? So interact with the doctor. Yes, doctor, I understand. So it's very important to interact with the doctor to make sure we are always alert with all of the information that doctor teach. Okay. The fourth, get enough rest. As the Miss Farisha mentioned just now, it is important because there's there's always a possibility to be sleepy when you are alone and alone in front of your laptop. So there's not no one. If you are at class, there's so many friends. If you're sleepy, your friend will help you. But if you alone in front of your laptop, so there's no one help. So make sure you get enough rest and or maybe take some coffee or anything that can help you energize. Okay. Next, always make stretching because taking good care of your body is important because we just like sitting all of the day and we got to pack a schedule for our uh, learning for our course, either it is medicine, it is mechanical engineering, and all of the courses. But it will be packed because we are a student, and we will just like sit in front of the laptop, and it will. I thought many of us will have a pen back ache. So you have to always make a stretching before sleep or after you wake up. Make a stretching so that you get a good and a fit body. And also, beside body, it's also take you have. We also have to taking good care of our eyes. So every 20 minutes, you watch the laptop, you watch the slide. Um, so see the far object for every 20 minutes. Okay. Um, and for the practical part, it is the most important part for being a medical student. And we have to, when we don't get the opportunity like other or like our sister, our senior get, so we have to find our counter system itself. Um, to us to be able to get the knowledge and experience about it. So for your information, our university still proceeded the practical class at the university. Either we make examination to the maneuver, and also it still have practical classes which fifth year students of medical doing examination, doing percussion to the patient itself directly on the patient, and some other university in Egypt also um, still be able the students still be able to enter the operation theater to see the operation itself directly and learn from that. And also I would like to share one of the experience, the most great experience when we are in Egypt. We are in community of Malaysian here. We got a is Malaysian Association, and we get health academy. Under the Probatan, we get a health academy, and we have medical team. So this is a platform, a great platform to a student, medical student, to practice their knowledge that they get from the lecture and or the class. So we got medical team for each chapter: Al Azhar chapter, Ain Sham chapter, Cairo, Mansura, Alexandria, Zagazi, and Tantov. So we got our community, our team, and briefly or basically, this medical team will help the student either Islamic studies or health science students um, that sick. So any student that sick, they will refer to the Musyrif Kesihatan, or the other words is assistance. So they will refer the medical student about their sick, and the medical student or the medical team itself will take the history, and we will present the history in front of the doctor at the clinic, and we will see directly how the doctor examination and how the doctor managed the cases. So it is a grateful experience to all of the medical students here, um, and that is one of the counter system. That's all. I hope it's answered your question. Thank you.
Thank you for the more tips that we have for today. And I would like to highlight on the stretching part. I really like when you say about the stretching. Sitting down all days for your class is makes your legs, back in pain, everything
Yes.
feels numb, your leg, your back, and everything. So don't forget to do some stretching so that you can feel a little bit more pressure to learn and to study in your class. And it's good to know that you are still going on with the practical classes, and you guys have all of the opportunities to continue doing all the practical normally. And we hope that all of you will continue to learn in a more conducive situation. Next, I would like to invite Miss Enya for the next question. Miss Enya, with recent news on how fast the virus has spread, what is the first action that your university and your country does for the citizens and students? Hence, do they execute or prohibited any of the students and citizens from the other country?
So the first thing my country did was we went into lockdown. So the universities had to close, so did schools and shops and everything that wasn't essential to the running of a country. So they all closed. University went to online learning and online labs as well. When university went back in September, it was still mainly online learning. Most labs were moved online, which was quite difficult. However, some essential labs, like which are essential to your degree and your qualification, had to continue. So I've had about 2 or 3 labs so far, and they've been really great, to be fair. The online labs are very difficult because it's very hard to transfer an in-person lab that you do physically and like get physical help with to an online one, because this requires software, and some people have struggled downloading software, so they've had to find alternatives for that. And also we get hardware. So we get hardware, and if you're a remote student, which quite a few people in my university are, you get the hardware shipped to you. And some people haven't received this hardware yet, even at the end of semester 1, due to problems at customs and just problems with the delivery. So they've also had to just give us the data so that we can analyze it. So we get the main kind of point of the lab is achieved, is you analyze the data and then you understand what's going on with it, or kind of, you understand the trend in data and what that means and how you can use that data to make a better semiconductor, for example, for my example. And so that's actually worked pretty well. However, I think when we go back to in-person learning, we might have to catch up a bit on the practical skills that we missed out on. But overall, it's been pretty good, pretty challenging, but pretty good at the same time. In terms of libraries and things, they're all open now. They're limited hours and you have to book slots now, so it's not as casual, but the libraries are really quiet and really great to work in, so quite nice. I always find it better to work in a library because it's really quiet and it's a designated study space where I'm in the mindset, rather than when I'm in my room there's way too many distractions. So that's what I have to do. The overall university experience has been a little hard for students because it's been quite isolated and you kind of miss the social contact. But I think we're overcoming that because we have all the online platforms. Most people use Discord, which is like a gaming server, and we all play this game called Among Us. So it's pretty fun. In terms of the country, we're opening up a bit more now, so the universities should potentially be able to do practicals by the end of this year, end of next year even. And so it's looking like it's going to get, like we're going to have more practical skills, which would be quite important for an engineering degree. But so far it's been pretty good. Thank you. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, Miss. Yes, Miss Tanya, you answered my questions well. Uh, I hope that you can overcome all of the challenges that come to your ways. And since I am an actuarial science student, we don't have any experiments or lab classes. I don't really know. I can really relate to how hard experiments and lab classes are conducted, but it is really unimaginable how lab and experiment classes can be conducted online. And I hope all of you can overcome all of that, since the essential labs can still run as usual. And I hope that by the end of by the end of next year, you can do all of your practical class normally.
Me too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next to Miss Shahada, I would like to direct my next question to Miss Shahada. Miss Shahada, currently most of the students are battling with the use of online learning system. In your opinion, what can the students do to be creative and think out of the box, as they are only learning through auditory and visual? There is no practicality or kinesthetic learning which can help them to explore more and have a broader thinking skills. What is your opinion based on this situation?
Yes, Shahira, thank you again. Actually, I just share about the application that we use, team application. This one, after the news about first infection, all university use e-learning in Turkey. So as I mentioned before, for IZU, the university uses this team application, but other university I can see they normally use Zoom. I can say Teams application is more user friendly. There is an option for all student and lecturer to upload files, download files. There is audio, video, sharing slides from YouTube also. And normally lecturer will record the lesson. As you can see here, all upload, you can download, and we can also share our files. And then there's a subtitle, so we can repeat the video for study with subtitles. We can raise question. If you can see here, we can raise question, like Sharif and Bara. He raised question. If you want to ask any question, we can raise question. And for midterm and final exam, I don't see any problem. Student need to open audio and video during the exam due to recommendation by Ministry of Education in Turkey. In this class, few students, because it's an elective course and data analysis time series. So regarding about creativity, I think youngsters love gadgets. The problem was how to adapt to study via online. Even is the This is new thing for student, even for professor, but that was in the beginning, and of course after 2 weeks all become experts. And then here there's a culture respect lecturers and students like to participate during the lesson. In terms of creativity, I can say Malaysian are naturally creative compared to Turkish. I'm not close with bachelor students, so I don't know what is their issues. But personally, for me and classmate, we use these apps is very useful. And then we have our own group discussion. We can use it for study. And then normally I do slides. I read some books and transfer it into slide. That's to make sure there's a still kinetic connection by typing. Sometimes I will refer to articles in academia, Scopus, to read some articles. I saw even some UiTM student who came over here. I follow their IG and watch their YouTube channel. They have shown their talent in makeup and singing. So, from my opinion, why not sharing also about understanding towards the subject taken into personal YouTube channel? For instance, in a semester, try to understand earlier the slide given by your lecturer and create video. You can get three things. First, the understanding about the study, and then get more followers and passive income. I think yes. Okay, Shaira, am I answering your question?
Yes, yes, Miss Shahada. And
Yes. Thank you.
yeah, I love Microsoft because we can listen to to the recordings again and again until we understand everything. Like Miss Hafsan also said just now, and about the subtitle function. Actually, I just knew about that function, and maybe all of us can apply it after this. And for the creativity about the YouTubers, actually there are many rising YouTubers currently in Malaysia. Maybe uh, we can encourage our students to use this platform to engage more in online learning. Thank you for your suggestion, Ms. Shahada.
Welcome, Shaira. Welcome.
So now, before we move on to the next round, the second keyword for today is perspective. I repeat, perspective. For Melati Residential College students, please allow me to remind you once again that you are not required to key in your student ID in the YouTube live chat box. For attendance purposes, please take note for the keywords. I will announce three keywords throughout this program. The attendance form link is in the description box below. Again, I repeat, the second keyword for today is perspective. Now, let's proceed with the third round of our discussion. The first question in the third round is for Ms. Farisha. Ms. Farisha, as the President of Student Council of Melati Residential College, how do you manage to adapt with the new learning system and at the same time to be the leader towards your student council team? Besides, you also have to manage other activities during this pandemic. Is there any challenges as most of the activities are conducted through online program?
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Shahira, for your question. Well, I think it's all begin with time, commitment, and interest, even patience. As a young reporter of College Melati, all I can say that I have always felt that there is no time to divide between my work as a president and even as a student. However, we need to understand and try to give our best to shot to the fullest. As during my leisure time is the only time for me to revise my study, lessons, and even finish my assignment. If I could add, as a law student, it required me a lot of things to read and to catch up even fast. And I have always felt that the pressure to strive for that success, but that should not be an excuse for me to feel demotivated. But I challenge myself to strive for the best and best as I could. I know it isn't enough like all my friends in the faculty, as I need to divide between my time as a student, and I need to divide my responsibility as a president of the college. I know it's all the pressure, the stress, and even the commitment somehow and tend to let me down and kept me overthinking whether if I'm able to do it or not. But if we could take our time to always be positive, try to fight against our emotions or demotivated feelings we think that we will do, then will we miss succeed doing that thing. Knowing how much and how tired it was to manage our stress is how we learn on how to be growth. Not only I kept this attitude as a student, but I practiced this as a president for my college. Even I sometimes end up being so emotional and doing all the things, work alone, and even it's kind of tiring for me. But I'm always blessed to have all my teamwork with all my team with me, Hence, it's grateful for all the little things that I learned and all the little things that I have in my life, and try to be and stay in positive mood. As I'm not someone that's so easy to be a positive uh, before, as the pandemic has been impacted me really bad in terms of my mental health, but I try to strive for the best for the college, for myself, and even for my studies. More importantly, never give up on your dream and just live your life to the fullest. That was the thing that I'm always hold before in my life, as I'm not going to give up on my dream or even give up in some incidents of the peoples that I want in my life. But all I learned along the time is you need some time learn to stop and have some rest. You know, if you think that your dream is so expensive that it costs you uh, become tired and it causes you like I can't do this anymore, and it somehow impacted your mental health, then you need to stop. That's what I learned right now. Not all the dream that you need to chase, because if the dream is something that costs you very high words of price, it's really expensive for you. So just don't chase your dream. There is a lot of things that you can do. I know that all the people will say that chase your dream, but after I learned and learn and I grow, not all the things that you can chase, not all the dream that you can fulfill. So pandemic has molded me into another different versions of me that I can. It's kind of, yeah, we all grow as a teenagers and become more matured in our life. If as a president, students of the council, Melati, as a leader, not everyone will like us. We'll always receive a harsh back and criticism for everyone around us. Yeah, especially from the students and even all the staff, because we somehow have a like, and in terms of we have a lot of flaws, and I have also a lot of flaws. So these situations has molded me to adapt with the new learning of being a YDP, using an online platform. For the first time we are doing the online program and etc, and it's really become so challenge for me to handle all the online program, because it's kind of hard for all of us, for my team, and I felt really proud of my team, College Melati, all my JPKs, because they did very well. And congrats to Miss Adila. I said that this program is very high impact, and it help all the student learn around the world what happened around the world, and what happened currently happen in Malaysia, and how this pandemic have affected our educations and also our economic system very bad. So I hope that everyone take this as a lesson, that we need to learn, that we need to stop this COVID-19 and break the chain. That I think that's all from me, Nishahira. Thank you.
Thank you, Farisha, Miss Farisha. Time, commitment, and passion. Thank you for highlighting that for us. I think that is the most important thing for us to have to bring out the best in ourselves. And most importantly, don't drown ourselves in the negative thoughts. Be positive and surround ourselves with positive people. Thank you for the advice, Miss Farisha. Moving on to Miss Hausan. Ms. Hausan, as Deputy President of Malaysian Health Sciences Students Association in Egypt, what are the challenges or experiences do you face during this pandemic in Egypt? Can you share how it can motivate people to handle all of the challenges that they encounter?
Okay, thank you for the moderator, Ms. Tahira, for the question. So this is the last chance that I get to talk in this talk show. Okay, so I have asked about the challenge and experience being a deputy president. So being a leader. So I will share the experience on behalf of all the representative in all chapter on in all Probatan chapter. because they are doing so good and great in this pandemic. We have 7 chapters. So during all the pandemic, all the time of the pandemic, there's a lot of experience that we're going through together. um, we're able to collect some donation for student that doesn't going back to Malaysia, and all the representative of Perubatan in all the chapter be able to distribute this donation to all the students in all places, and we also learn something uh, that we have to be creative and critical in this critical situation. In order we have to um, make or we have to reach our objective in Perubatan itself. We're able to invite Malaysian professor and doctor as a speaker of our programs. Same also to the Miss Farisha just now. Before this, the program will be held in physical, but uh, during this pandemic, we have to be creative and positive. We should not stop the program. We should not stop the our progressing in our progress in Perubatan itself. But we change the how we make the program, but still the objective will but still we can reach the objective itself. So we are able to invite some Malaysian professor like Professor Harmi, Professor Doctor, to share about their thought and their knowledge to us. So before this, we have to order and we have to order and ticket, book and ticket for them to come here in Egypt to share their knowledge. But now we're just one click only, um, so they can change. They can change and share their thought and knowledge to us. Okay, so in Egypt, we Malaysian student here, we are far away from our family. So the community in Egypt, the community of Malaysian student is very important to us. The circle is very important to us to make us keep spirit, keep positive. So um, that was another challenge when we doesn't get the opportunity to always encounter or always meet our friend. There is something will be affect, as Miss Farisha said just now about the mental health. So it is second challenge, and the experience is um, we can be the better person, the better version of us. We look anything that we go through in our life in another perspective. So we could find another version of us in this pandemic. This is a good thing. Okay, and how it motivate people, how the challenge and experience motivate people. So I would like to share two verse in Al Quran from Surah Al Hadid, verse 22. No misfortune can happen either in the earth or in yourself that was not set down in writing before Allah brought it into being, and that is easy for Allah. So you don't need to grieve for what you miss and gloat over what you gain. God or Allah doesn't love the conceited and the boastful. So everything happened. COVID is from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So it is a good thing. Anything in our life is written. So we have to believe whatever we're going in our life is written by Allah. And when it's written by Allah, it is a good thing for us as a slave. So we shouldn't be so sad or be so happy when we get or lost something. So we have to be in between and keep positive and always look on the bright side of anything happen, because everything has a weakness, have a weakness, and every weakness have a strength. So we have to find it, and we can choose. We actually choose for ourselves, for us to being strong or weak. So it is a good situation for us to reflect ourselves. Okay, so that's all for me, from me to all of you. Thank you for the organizer, for inviting me. That's all.
Thank you, Miss Hausan. This might be the last time we can talk in the forum, but don't let this be the last time we talk to each other, okay? Uh, so for the critical thinking part, I really think that it's important for us as a leader to be critical thinking and to engage more with our students and to still to meet the objective that we have aimed. And I hope all the programs that you have planned will run smoothly after this. And like you said, everything has its weakness and strength. So it is up to us whether to focus on its strength or its weakness. So be positive and be strong to look at the positive side of everything. And next, to Miss Enya, in your opinion, are online classes better than physical classes? If so, how do you keep yourself motivated and what are the methods you use to help to get a better understanding about the topic taught by the lecturer? If not, why do you prefer to have a physical classes?
In my personal opinion, I think I prefer in-person lectures, but that's all. But again, I haven't actually, because I'm only in first year, I've never actually attended in-person lectures, so I'm not really sure how that works. But so I've never attended real lectures, and I feel like the social aspect of that would be really great. Because so far, I haven't really met many people from my course in person. It's all been over Zoom and kind of Instagram message. So I don't feel like I'm really getting to know them. I feel like I'm kind of halfway there, but not all the way yet. So I think personally, lectures would be really great for me. I also I feel like I'm crammed indoors sometimes, which is why my motivation drops a bit. I feel like if I have lectures would provide a better structure for me personally, because I just like going for a walk sometimes, which I do anyway, just because it's a great way to clear your head and then you can come back and like completely focused on the task at hand. So I prefer in-person lectures, but online lectures have many benefits as well because they're way more flexible. You can watch them again and again and again, and like you can have subtitles and just kind of you can do it at your own pace, which is really nice actually. And you can do it whenever you want as well. So I think they're both pretty good. I think maybe now we might have a mix of online and in person for I think we might have a better mix of both now because we've experienced online and people have experienced in person. So you might kind of have a bit of a mesh going forward because that might be better. Oh, go away. Sorry. Sorry, my parents walked in. Anyway, in terms of motivation, I've struggled at the beginning, especially because I've never really had to organize my time so amazingly. Because I've usually had school and you've just been in the building for the entire time, but now you really have to. Organization is very key. I feel like I haven't done it very well this semester, but I've figured out what I have to do. So in a way, this online learning has been amazing for me because I've figured out what I have to do to improve myself and to improve my organization. I know what I've done wrong. And also, I think in terms of motivation, it's very important to accept that you may not have got everything you did. You may not have got done everything you wanted to do today, but you know what? That's fine because you're only human and we all make mistakes. We'll get it done another time. I also enjoy baking and reading, and I feel like you need to find time for things you love. Otherwise, this dream you have will not become reality because you won't be very happy with yourself anyway. So I think you've just got to be happy. You've got to give yourself the time to be happy, to enjoy life now, and not just work hard. You've got to work hard so you can have like what you want and achieve your dreams in the future, but you've also got to live in the moment and be happy. And I think that's really important. And just stay positive. Like we're nearly out of this now, and I think it'll be really great. I think everything's been really great. Thank you. I hope that answered your question.
Thank you, Enya. I think that's actually normal when we open our video and talk to any events. Then our parents randomly get into our room. It can be our parents, sister, even pets. Sometimes actually this is very normal and it happens every time to myself and to my friends too. And it is actually very funny. Yeah, it's very funny actually. And I hope that after, since you haven't had any experience with physical class, I hope that you can go to physical class soon, meet more friends, and also uh, uh, be happy with all your friends and lecturers.
Thank you. I
Thank
hope the
you.
same for you, that you've experienced that already.
And to me, Shuhada, as a PhD student, what are the challenges or experiences do you face in your study during this pandemic in Turkey? Can you share any tips on how to motivate other students to overcome all of the challenges?
Okay, I think without or with COVID-19 thought give me different as student because PhD in Turkey is tough and need more concentration and work to do. I'm working in university as research assistant too due to scholarship by university, so I have to be responsible for both to show example that Malaysian also serious in study and work. Frankly, the system here for master and PhD student a little bit different from Malaysia. We have to complete 10 subjects and compulsory to get 80 marks because 80 means 3 pointer. If not, it's considered fail, halfway work and cannot continue. So it's wasteless, those who cannot get 3 pointer. If for master student, they can complete their thesis after pass all 10 subjects with 80 marks each. There is a midterm, final exam, presentation, term paper, which is need like publishable paper, and there is a carry marks for participation. For PhD process, I have another 4 challenges. Second challenge is comprehensive exam. I need to read almost 100 books and articles within 6 months. So the lecturer or issue management will give random question from the reference given. I still have to get 80 marks for comprehensive exam. If not, it's considered halfway and fail. If pass, then interview with 5 lecturers. They will question me and classmate anything they want. And then I need to prepare and convince my lecturer that I'm eligible to continue for thesis. Then if pass, I can do thesis. Finally, viva defense. So I'm always need with book and laptop. So no pampered, no drama. This is the system in Turkey. It's tough, but I take it as challenge and try to finish it. If others can do, why not me? So for UiTM student, my sister and my brother also graduated from UiTM. I can say it's hard too. Believe me, just do it and you will miss the memory once you finish. We need to accept these all challenges in order to complete our study. About your question, share tips on how to motivate other students to overcome all the challenges. Um, for me, just stay home, follow the government advice because I have few friends, foreigner get infected. They say they become weak and cannot study. Our healthy is important than anything. If you feel pressure because your house become full of family and cannot study, just think of me and some Malaysian in Turkey who is alone here in foreign country. Anything can happen, but you guys have your family around you. Just take it as challenge, no matter what your lecturer gave to you. Get good GPA. Bear in mind it's written on academic transcript. It will be forever memory as SPM result. This journey only once in our life. For me, the sweetest memory is the journey to complete study. But I always create daily schedule. If cannot do 100%, I'm proud with action of 20% from the schedule. Just do things slowly. Later, we will get the momentum to finish our study and assignment. Inshallah. Thank you. Okay, Shahira.
Thank you for the advices, Ms. Shahada. 10 subjects is a lot of things to do. I hope you can sort things out and finish everything with excellence. And to everyone, like Ms. Shahada said, face the challenge, live the moment and be happy. This will be a great memory for all of us in the future. Finally, we have come to the end of our forum for today. It feels great that we can exchange our opinion and experiences practicing online learning system from different countries. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us here in Malaysia. Through online learning, we are utilizing technology in a bigger aspect in our everyday life. It may be convenient for some, but challenging for the others. However, with the current situation that we face, this might be the best solution that we have for the time being. Now it's time for the Q&A sessions. The questions come from the comments of Melati TV official YouTube channel. The first question is from Ms. Hidayah Hasni. How do you recover yourself from procrastinating? Any tips? So, may I ask this question to Ms. Hafzan from Egypt?
Okay, thank you for the question from Hidayah Hasni. How did you recover yourself from procrastinating, or is it how can I prevent like that, or is it true?
Maybe you can share how you avoid procrastinating.
Okay. Okay, procrastinating is an pandemic also. It's like the world, all the entire world, doing this. Okay, procrastinating. So, for me to answer first, my friends once share with me about the 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I don't remember, but if we got something stuff or anything to do like reading a book or replying message, that can be done in 5 minutes. So um, do it right now. Don't wait for another 5 minutes or tomorrow or after this. Okay, so 5 minutes. Okay, first, second, I thought every one of us are familiar with important agent or priority. How we dividing stuff through its priority. So there's important urgent, important not urgent, not important urgent, not important not urgent. So we have always dividing the stuff through the priority of each, and always drop the not important not urgent. Like, if we don't have much time, we better just drop it. But if we can handle it, so we can just do the not important and not urgent thing. But the best advice for the busy student, or maybe you got something beside of your study, like Miss Farisha. She got organization, she got her family, her household, and anything. So it is better for us to just like drop the not important or urgent to save our time. Okay, that's all from, I hope.
Thank you, Ms. Hamzan. It means that we have to choose our priority tasks. So, for the next question, we have a question from Yun Ki. What do you do when you are facing lecturer that did not understand or not considerate about students' problems, particularly on internet connection? I would like to ask this question to Ms. Shuhada.
Yes, I have some friends who went back to Afghanistan, India, and they have a problem with internet connection. Normally, our lecturer is very sporting. They say that it's okay. We record this lesson, so you can go through back. So There's no problem for us because our lecturer here is very supportive and understanding. But if because I don't see any lecturers like didn't understand the problem. That's it. Sorry, I don't have
It's okay.
any
Thank you,
experience
Ms.
like this.
Shahada, for your opinion. Uh, Next question is from Raidatul Marhaini. How does your university conduct graduation ceremony during this pandemic? So maybe we can give this question to Miss Farisha.
Thank you, Ms. Moderator, for the questions. How does your university conduct graduation ceremony during this pandemic? Eventually, I'm not graduating yet, so as I could see that how my one of the two of the JPK that just graduate from their diploma and currently doing their degree, I could say that UiTM did through the online system, graduating through the online system, which is via online platform. I don't know how they make it because I'm not graduating yet, so I couldn't answer your questions very well. But as I could say that, yeah, through the online process, and also just they're gathering students. Let's say the student is from the Malacca, and they have like two campus in Malacca, Bandar Malacca, and also from Jasin. So they gather all the students in one campus only from the states of Malacca, and then the student will graduate between themselves, but almostly have all the standard of procedure that they need to follow first in order to go for the campus for the physical receiving the scroll from the rector. Maybe I don't know about the graduating yet. It's like I couldn't answer your question very well about the graduating ceremony, but I could say that right now Malaysia does it as in using online platform, not physically. Thank you, Miss Moderator.
Thank you, Miss Farisha. And can I ask Miss Enya for this question too? How does University of Manchester conduct graduation ceremony during this pandemic?
As I'm not actually graduating, I've just heard about it. I think they just kind of do like an online thing on Zoom, and then I think you just go into the university and you can collect it, and you probably you don't do a handshake because that's dangerous. But the new greeting of choice is the elbow, which you can't see like that. So I think that's what we do. Thank you. Hope that answered it.
Thank you. In Malaysia, we also greet people with our elbow right now and put our hands on our shoulder like this instead of shaking hands. So, the question from Nur Shazwani. For Malaysian students who are studying abroad in the beginning of the pandemic, how did the students get necessary daily needs? Is it provided by the Uni or Malaysian Student Association? Maybe we can ask this question to Miss Hafsan.
Okay, so the question about the daily needs of the student. How did the student get the necessary daily need? Is it provided by the Uni or Malaysian Student Organization? Okay, for your information, we at Egypt, the health science student about 1,700 something, but this Islamic studies science Islamic study student are more than us. So basically, we are here. We got each state, like Johor, Kelantan, Melaka, all of these have their student association, and we got embassy here and also attaché that helps the students in daily needs, in giving a daily needs to the students. So at the first pandemic occurred, um, the the donation are given from the Malaysia to the attaché or to the attaché to be distributed to be distributed to the student in each places. So even the student at Mansurah, but if the student are Johorian or Kelantan or Melaka, so they will get also, because the Kelantan, the attaché of the Kelantan, the attaché of the wilayah, will go to the Mansurah, will go to the Alexandria to distribute the donation itself. So Alhamdulillah, it is controlled and covered. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you, Hafizan. It's good to know that the welfare of our students in other countries are taken care very well. What about you, Miss Shahada? What is did the students in did the Malaysian students in Turkey get help from the organization from Malaysia or maybe from the university?
Yes, we have our community here. Actually, we have our like someone who's married with Turkish and someone who's working here with the help of the embassy Malaysian in Turkey, embassy Malaysia in Turkey, and also we have our own organization, Malaysian Student Association. So they managed to get some donation and they distribute some foods for us and we can try to ask them if we need some money in case. So I don't think there's a problem from us. Yes.
Thank you, Miss Shahada. And for the next question, from Umi Umaira Zakaria. To Miss Ilnia, how do you manage your time for family and online study? Since I have trouble doing so. Miss Ilnia, can you answer this question?
It's quite difficult, to be fair. I think from my parents, I think my dad always my dad works from home and he always finishes work around 6 o'clock. So I always try to finish then. And I during my lunch break I can just go down, I can just go down and talk to them and we all have lunch together and we at least have like lunch and dinner together as a family. So we talk to each other then mostly. And it just sometimes sometimes I have a lot of work to do and like I can't really stay and chat that much and I just have to go upstairs and get on with it. But like basically I think I just talk to them in my breaks because my dad's working. I think he's very happy to have someone to talk to. So I just kind of pop down and say hey. And every Friday we've started just kind of on Friday I don't do any work after my lectures are finished. Like that's just my thing. And we just kind of have Friday night to ourselves because I just feel like that's a really nice thing to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Ilnia. That is a great way to spend time with your family to eating together during lunch or dinner. So, Miss Noor Nabiha Najwa Zainuddin asks, I would like to know how do you handle yourself when the first COVID case outbreak, since you are studying abroad and far from family while still maintaining your grades. Thank you. Uh, Maybe we can ask these questions to Miss Shohada.
Okay, since you are studying abroad and far from family while still keep maintaining your grades, thank you. As I mentioned before, the requirement by the Turkish government, I mean the Ministry of Education, is very high here. For master and PhD student, we need to get 80 marks or 3-pointer. Otherwise, it's considered fail and we have to leave just like that. So we just need to keep the momentum and need to focus on our study. There's no drama from us here. If I don't know how to explain about this thing, but we have to keep do as the requirement by the university and follow the guideline from the lecturer.
Thank you, Miss Shahada. I think the most important thing to be positive, no matter what happens. And now it's time for me to announce the third and last keyword for today. The third and last keyword for today is education. I repeat, education. For Melati Residential College students, please allow me to remind you once again that you are not required to key in your student ID in the live chat box. For attendance purposes, please take note for the keywords. I will announce 3 keywords throughout this program. The attendance form link is in the description box below. Now, why don't we browse through some of the positive feedbacks that we received from our audience on Melati TV official YouTube channel. From Miss Sakina, this is a great sharing for all students during this challenging pandemic. Thank you, Miss Sakina. I am happy to know that this is a great program for you. Overall, a very good program. From Lukman Putra. I am happy to know that this is a very good program to everyone. Thank you, panelists. Very positive input. I know, right? Today we have such a great panelists from all over the world, and it is a great sharing with all of you. Thank you for being with us tonight. And I love this program so much interesting inputs given. Thank you. Thank you for watching us from Melati TV official YouTube channel. Thank you for the sharing. Wishing you all the best, and stay safe, everyone. I wish you the same thing to from Ms. Nur Saiha Nasruddin. Nur Azia Muhammad Dahalan. Thank you, moderator and speakers, for the nice sharing. Thank you to all the panelists. Good explanation and sporting panel from Nana Khairuddin. From Nur Shahira said that it is very interesting, and I hope that everyone will be in a good health and may we all achieve a good results for this semester. Thank you for wishing the best for us. What is the most trigger factor that sorry for that. Thank you for the moderator and speakers for the nice sharing. Uh Okay, I think that's all. And lastly, I would like to thank again to the panel members and viewers for joining us tonight. Before we end, I am glad to invite all of our panel members to give their last word for the viewers. Let's listen from Miss Farisha first.
Okay. Firstly, thank you, Miss Moderator, and also, of course, my beloved head of the program, Nur Adila, for inviting me tonight, for giving me an opportunity to be here with all the panel around the world. And what I could say that let's hope and pray that this COVID-19 will end soon. Let's hope that every people around the world will follow the whole the healthy and safety guideline given by their own government, because this COVID-19 is for such a long time. Then if it considered for very and very long time again, this will have been impacted us in a very bad manner, which we will have a detrimental effect not only for students around the world, but the country itself as a whole. Economy around the world is a very important for all of us to break this chains of COVID-19 so that we can get back to the normality. So people around the world, please follow all the SOP given by the government, because our economic state is a very upsetting now, and thus there is a lot of things to make a changes to these new norms, and we need all the cooperation together with the spirit from all the societies and even the government itself is important to combat this thing, because we can't say what is the COVID-19. All we know is we need to follow all the guidelines, and I ensure that if we follow all the guidelines given by the government, we will succeed in fighting this COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you, Ms. Moderator, for tonight. Such a good explanation for all the panel, and thank you again for the panels and Ms. Moderator.
Welcome and thank you, Miss Farisha. Next, Miss Hafsan.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So for the last word, stay safe and stay healthy to all of you, to all the panels, to the moderator, and to all the members of law. And I would like to highlight an important message about the mental health here, because during pandemic we are all alone, and we just like rarely meet our friend, our family. So keep in touch, and also keep focused in what you do, in studies, in working, and take care for all of yourself. Don't push yourself too much, and just life must goes on. Anything happen, we have just like go on to the life. And all the best in what you do in your life. And thank you. And I apologize for all my weakness today. Thank you to the Melati College. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Miss Hafzan. Now we move on to Miss Enya. What about you, Miss Enya?
I'd like to say thank you to all of you for organising this amazing panel. I've really had fun. It's been really interesting. I'd also like to say stay positive. There's light at the end of the tunnel. We're nearly through this, and I'm sure we've all become better and stronger people because of all the hardships of this pandemic. So, we have gained a lot as well as we've lost. So stay positive. Don't stop. Never give up. Just stay safe, stay positive, and Happy New Year. Hopefully next year, will be even better than this year, a lot better. Thank you again.
Thank you, Miss Enya. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas too for you. Last but not least, I would like to invite Miss Shuhada to give her last words.
Yes, I like UiTM student. Thank you for today. Another effort you have done for yourself and UiTM. I encourage youngsters from UiTM to study in Turkey, especially in Istanbul Sabahattin Zaim after Corona, since I'm still here to guide you. UiTM is quality university, but if you want to experience 4 seasons, learn new language, has more Turkish and international friends, enjoy sweet food, halal food, and see beautiful nature, please don't hesitate to come. The management staff are friendly, and the rector is very supportive. My rector was happy to support and welcome UiTM students. He will have a discussion with UiTM TNC soon. So UiTM student, if interested to come to Turkey for study, get ready with exchange program with my university. I'm here willing to guide you. I can share the program. Wait a while. I'm always with picture. Sorry for that. Let me see. Yes. Can you see? Okay, so can you see?
Yes.
No, you cannot see. Oh,
Maybe if you can zoom out the picture a little bit.
oh, wait a while.
Mm.
Yes, so this is ISO. Here is a list of the program. Yes, this is for graduate after you finish your bachelor degree. There's engineering, architecture, law, business, Islamic studies, and language. The transportation system, engineering, aviation, defense, and art. I can say these studies are great in Turkey. For me, I try to explore Ottoman Wakaf. Please take a look at Turkey's strength for study, and those who like to come for exchange program soon, inshallah after COVID we can plan for Antalya or Cappadocia holiday with Prof. Aizam if she still interested to come again. And for diploma holder from UiTM or anyone you know who wants to be here, you can apply for bachelor degree as offered as same thing, engineering, business. You can get it from me. If anything, you can email me at nor.isa@izu.edu.tr. I will reply as soon as possible. Thank you once again. Best wishes, everyone. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you for the invitation, Miss Shuhada. I believe that
Welcome.
actually most of us are excited to go there again for in the future. Thank you, everyone. I am happy to invite all of you to come over to Malaysia and visit us here in UiTM and Melati Residential College when it is possible to do so. Million thanks to everyone for taking part in this program. Before we end this forum, I believe that all of us are hoping for things to get better so we can return to our normal lifestyle. However, for the time being, please stay safe and be healthy. Let us end our forum for today with a photograph session with Principal of Melati Residential College, Head of Program and all panels. Let's smile, everyone. The technical team will take a screenshot of our picture. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I would also like to invite all technical teams who works from behind to make this event a successful event. Come in, everyone. The technical team. And yeah, we have our principal now, Dr. Noraizam, with our residence college staff, Puan Madam Nurul Huda. Okay. Smile, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Technical team too. Come, let's take a picture together. 1, 2, 3. With that, I would like to end our forum for today. Thank you and goodbye, everyone.
Mute.